Hello, good evening. I am A Krishna from second year mechanical. Today I am going to present you about normal distribution. Before normal distribution, we have introduction and we have a problem on that. So we firstly go through the introduction to normal distributions, where it comes under probability. We have different distributions like binomial distribution and Poisson distributions, and also normal distribution. Normal distribution is probability distribution that is symmetric about the mean. It describes how the value of variable or distribution or distributed, the mean, median, and mode of normal distribution are equal. That's what's the meaning of symmetry. If you have the picture where it is going to describe our example. The average of a statistics was 78 with standard deviation of 8. The test scores are normally distributed. Find the probability that the students receive some score. We all have 78 by 8, 78 by 8. We all going to get 1.5. The probability, like every student will score less than 90 is 0.9332. So the probability of every student have a 0.9332, that is called symmetry, which is equal. Okay, let's have a characteristics of normal distribution. Okay, the curve is bell shaped, indicating that the most values cluster along the mean. The dotted line, which is called mean or median or mode, the curve line is being clustered around the line. The spread of the distribution is determined by the standard deviation. Approximately 68% of the data falls within one standard deviation of the mean. Understanding percentiles. Percentiles, that means the percentage, indicates the value below which is a given percentage of observation fall. For instance, the 7th percentile means 7% of the data below this value. In this case, 7% of items are below 35 and 89% are below 63. Z-scores. The Z-scores formula is, the Z-score tells us how many standard deviations of a data point is from the mean. Z is equal to x minus u by sigma. X is nothing but the number of observations and mu is the mean, 0 is the standard deviation. Z-score represents the number of standard deviations an element is from the mean. For 7%, the Z-score can be found using statistical table for calculators. Similarly, the Z-score for 89% can also be determined from the resources. Z-score corresponding to the 7th percentile is approximately minus 1.475. This indicates that value of 35 is below the mean. The Z-score formula is Z is equal to x minus u by sigma, where x is the value, mu is the mean, and sigma is the standard deviation. Z-score for 89%, the Z-score corresponding to the 89th percentile is approximately 1.227. This shows that the value of 63 is above the mean. We will also use this Z-score to determine the mean in conjunction with the previous Z-score. Setting up equations, we have two equations based on the Z-scores for the percentiles. The first equation is minus 1.475, which is we got earlier, minus 35 by mu by delta. Before or earlier we discussed about the Z-score formula, which is we applied here. The second equation is 1.227 by 63 minus mu by delta. We have got a problem as we earlier see the question. So now solving the equations, by rearranging the equations, we can express terms of mu, or that means we can express sigma in terms of mu. We can substitute these expressions in one equation to solve mu. The view will yield a system of equations that will solve simultaneously. Calculation of the mean. After solving the system of equations, we find the mu. The calculations will show the mean is approximately 49.47. So, as we asked in the question, to determine mean and the variance, we got mean is 49.97. This value represents the center of normal distribution. So, we got lot of values, but the center line, the value is 14.7, which represents the center of the normal distributions in this context. The mean of the normal distributions, I mean, we have got a normal distribution. The conclusion is The mean of the normal distribution in this scenario is critical for understanding the data. Knowing the mean allows for better interpretation and analysis the data set. Understanding percentiles and z-scores is essential. You know, now we have got mean, variance, all this by z-scores. So the what conclusion says is understanding percentiles and z-score is essential in statistics and data analysis. So I thank everyone, especially SSG Raghavani, for giving this opportunity for representing the CAA-2 on continuous distribution, which is normal distribution. Thank you everyone.